Welcome back to another edition of Rob Sports Center. As you can see by the title, man, yes, I'm back with another Larry Bird reaction video. Now, this video is titled, By the Way, Larry Bird is Awesome, and this is by my man Sean David from Basketball Time Machine. I've done a lot of reactions to a lot of his videos. I love his content, and you guys love his content too. When I was going crazy, that's why I was doing a lot of my reactions to, well, a lot of my basketball, old school basketball reactions to, period. But you know how we do over here, man. I ain't gonna do too much talking. I want to go and get straight to this video. But you already know the routine. Before we get into this video, man, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure you got my notifications on because I got these videos coming back to back. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, by the way, too, go ahead. If you really a part of Bird, if you really a big Bird fan, drop in the comments, Team Bird.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Lucas. And this is Sean Kemp. It's Gary Payton. Hey, this is Focus On. What's up? It's Bird here. Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. In today's episode, I will be looking at some of the greatest Larry Bird moments. So it will be a reaction video to my second favorite player of all time, and I was looking forward to do this episode for such a long time, so I'm very glad that I can do it now. But before we dive into that, let me ask you guys for a small favor. Please check out the video of today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by HelloFresh. So next to basketball, my biggest passion is food. No joke, I'm not kidding. I love to eat, and fit and wholesome meals.
I had to skip forward past
Seriously, you'd be surprised how easy and how delicious those meals are. They explain perfectly how to do it. I personally started to cook a lot more, and my family just loves it. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code BTM65 for 65% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh.com.
Let's go, baby. Let's get to the reaction. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. I feel like I ain't watched Sean channel. I haven't reacted to his videos in a while. Like, he almost look a lot different compared to where I used to react to his videos.
We'll be looking at our Larry Bird's greatest assists, which is the second favorite category that I have for this video. So let's get into it. Nice touch pass by Larry. This is something that most coaches will tell you not to do, like jump into the air and then make a decision what you're going to do. Here again, Larry Bird was the massive.
Okay, I see. This is, like I said, I haven't reacted to his channel in a while, so this is a different type of video. Normally, Sean is just, you know, you'll have like clips of legends talking or whatever the case may be. He'll kind of narrate a little bit, but he's actually doing a reaction, like literally a reaction video, like I'm doing. So I'm reacting to him, reacting to Bird, which is.
When it came to
I like it though.
Jumping up and then the last second make a decision. Most coaches will tell you not to do it, but Larry Bird is Larry Bird, so you can do it.
And by the way, too, I actually like these type of videos for one because it's like it's almost like I get to have another person with me in a sense because he's reacting to it and I can react to Bird and I can react to him on reacting to Bird. But you see how he said most coaches would tell you not to leave your feet before you do stuff. You got some guys that defy the odds. Like, you know, shout out to Irish Girl. She watches and comments on a lot of my videos and she always called Bird a unicorn. And he is because the stuff that Bird do is typically will be some of the stuff that they would say not to do if you're going based off of fundamentals. But Bird was so phenomenal of a player that you always got guys that's an exception to that. Bird is one of them.
What a great pass to Kevin McHale. Amazing hustle play. This is also a category that I will have in this video. Greatest hustle plays by Larry Bird. Also the criteria that made him so great. Great pass, man. Those touch passes.
That was nice.
I love that. I love that so much. Woo. You know when people talk about Magic Johnson, who obviously is the greatest point guard of all time, but to me, Larry Bird was in the same kind of passing category, and the only difference was Magic was running the floor more, so he would grab a rebound and then run coast to coast and then make a pass. Larry Bird didn't have that opportunity that often, so he would have less touches. But from the skill set of passing, Larry Bird is in the same category as Magic Johnson. So
Almost definitely.
no doubt.
If any, like y'all know what I always say. If anybody try to discredit and say that Bird isn't a great passer, that's people who don't know nothing about Larry Bird or basketball, period. It's people who haven't done their research and haven't done their education. It's just like my man Sean Davis said, Bird is one of the top passers, just like a Magic Johnson in a sense. You know what I mean? Like he said, the coast to coast thing might have been that might have been something that Magic done a little more, and it might, like he said, it just wasn't because Bird couldn't do it, just he didn't have the opportunity to do it. You know what I mean? So.
Little shitty shoulder fake.
Celtics trying to get into McHale. Bird, as usual.
Those behind the back pass, man.
That was nice.
Danny Thompson. Oh, kick pass.
He doing volleyball assists. Just tip it over.
Show me one guy who sees this video and tells me that Larry Bird is not probably the best the best passing forward of all time.
They find him.
To me, he's a better passer than LeBron James, period. And LeBron James had
That's an interesting one, though. I will say, I would have to go back and I would have to look at some more of LeBron highlights because I look at LeBron as an amazing facilitator. But some of these passes that I'm seeing Magic, not Magic, but Bird do, I haven't seen Bron do. You know what I mean? And that's not discrediting Bron as a passer, obviously. You know what I mean? Because I always tell y'all guys, this channel is going to be about debating. So, it's, you know, we debate over here. So it's not saying that, not discrediting nothing that Bron does, but looking at some of these passes that Bird is making, it's almost like,
more touches. So.
ugh.
Sorry, LeBron, but Larry's my man. In general, but also passing.
And like I say, look, he's just always hustling.
Nice dish to McHale. So those were the assists, and I gotta be honest, Amina just said it, but this guy was so skilled when it came to passing, and if he would have handled the ball a little bit more, like Magic did, I think we would probably be talking about second best, third best passer of all time. The amount of no-look passes, the amount of touch passes. This guy had court vision. And we have to remember, back in the day, back in the 80s and the 90s, when the floor wasn't as stretched as it is now with all the three-point shooting, the paint was way more narrow than it is nowadays. And Larry Bird would still always find the open man and the little gaps in between. So a good passer back in the day had to be way more precise and had to have way better court vision than you need nowadays, as I just explained. So Larry Bird was an incredible passer. Incredible passer. Anyway, now let's take a look at...
See, I was trying to stop him interrupting while he was talking. But that's the same thing I was saying. I don't know if I stated that in my debate about the 90s basketball video. I don't know if I stated that, but I was saying, like, if you look at back in the day, guys, like Bird, Magic, Mike, like all the guys, the legends from the past, right? And when you look at these guys put up 40-something points, 50-something points, it's impressive. And like I said, I'm not discrediting the new generation, but it's impressive for the simple fact is that, like how he said, the floor wasn't as stretched as it is now, being that you got centers that want to be point guards, power forwards that want to be point guards. So you had everything that was kind of congested in the middle. And when you look at these guys were taking it to the heart of the defense and coming up with 40-something points, 50-something points. So that's like, man, it was just different back then, man.
Yeah, the hustle plays. I love that too. Let's take a look at the hustle plays. Oh, yeah. You know, this is a thing that I love about Larry Bird so much. Sacrificing his body for his team. And obviously Dennis Rodman did the same, and I think he doesn't get enough credit for that.
That was nice.
Sacrificing your body like
that was nice.
Larry Bird was just in the same kind of category. And people overlook this criteria. To me, this is greatness. And there's a legendary story. Okay, let's talk about that game. Larry Bird dropping to the floor, has a concussion, goes backstage in the playoffs against the Pacers. Everybody thinks Larry's out. Obviously, you saw the scene; it looked terrible. And the guy's coming back after a few minutes and wins the game against the Indiana Pacers in the playoffs. And yeah,
That was a good game.
and this to me is just the pure definition of what made Larry Bird so great. That plus all the other criteria that he fulfilled, but that is just amazing. And there's a story that after Larry Bird's third season, his doctor told him that if he continues to play like that, he will have a short NBA career. And Larry's response was, "But this is the only way the only way I know how to play." And this just sums it up so well. This is what Larry Bird did and what made him so special, sacrificing his body like all the time. Oh, amazing.
I always, if you talk with me, if you hear talks with me, a lot of times I always correlate to foundation, right? I feel like certain things are a person's foundation, and you can't go against that. You know what I mean? So with Bird, his foundation was hustle, hard work, effort. It was just win. It was just press forward. I heard somebody said that Bird said that he doesn't train for what I would say, he doesn't train for moments. He doesn't train for, moments in the game. He trains for the whole 48 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's for some people who might not know, that's him basically saying, I don't care if we up by 30 some points. I train to play 48 straight minutes. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's his constitution. So it's like when the doctor telling him that if you keep playing like that, you might lose 3 years of your career. Your career might end early. And it's like, doc, this is the only way I know how to play the game. If I gotta go out like this, then I'm cool with that, because I'm not gonna shortchange myself and my team just to have a longer career. You know what I mean? I owe that to myself, I owe that to my fans, and I owe that to my team to come out there and give 110% effort. That's the way I play the game. If I can't play the game like that, why am I playing the game? You know what I mean? And that's like, that was his constitution.
I don't know why this criteria, like hustle, plays, and sacrifice, is not up there with scoring, because to me,
that's what win games.
I was a semi-professional player myself, and I had a guy on my team who was not a great scorer, was not a great shooter, but he sacrificed so much when it came to hustle plays, and he was so valuable. He was like the most valuable player on my team because of that criteria. And when people talk about Larry Bird, they talk about his shooting, that he was not slow but still effective. Yeah, that's all true. But the hustle plays, come on people, this is such a valuable criteria, a thing to me that made Larry Bird super special. Super special. And I hope you guys agree that this was just amazing. So the next video that I want to take a look at are...
Sean, at this point, with some people, it's just not even worth explaining because they don't want to hear it. Like, they just don't want to hear it, man. Trust me, I already know.
Some highlights, so let's take a look at some highlights of Larry Bird, also some scoring and clutch moments. Let's take a look. So, top 10 Larry Bird moments. SportsCenter, thank you very much for putting up this video. Let's see what you got for me. Number 10. Okay, three-point shooter. Everybody knows the story that Larry Bird went into the locker room asking all the other contestants
who gonna come in second.
Come in second. Trash talk at his best. And I know you got the finger. Yeah, this big balls, my man, big balls. This guy was the perfect combination of everything. Everything. Oh yeah, also one of the most classic plays of Larry Bird. Never seen such a play by anybody. I know Dominique Wilkins was known for getting his own rebound and dunking the ball, but grabbing the ball in the air, moving the ball from the right to the left, wonderful play. Okay, we've seen that one. That was against the Indiana Pacers in the 1991 playoffs. And the great thing was Chuck Person was trash talking Larry Bird during the game and before the game, and yeah, that's what you got. That's what you get when you trash talk Larry Bird. If you don't know the game, take a look. This game is amazing. Larry Bird played out of his mind after.
I'm gonna have to do a full game reaction to that game too.
And obviously, this game
and this one
against the Atlanta Hawks. 60 points, and look at those shots. Look at those shots. And look at the bench players. They're going crazy because Larry Bird is destroying them, and they can't believe what they're seeing. And Larry Bird is telling his opponents every single play in advance.
Man, it's like I say, how many players do you know that can have the other team hype and looking at what they're doing? This is the other team. This isn't his teammates. This is a whole different team that's on the sideline that's when they watching Bird go crazy. Like, how many players do you see have that type of effect, man?
Left-handed game also amazing. He almost played the entire game with his left hand. Why? Because he was bored. He told his teammates before the game that he is so bored and he needs, look at his play. Dunking with the left hand. He needs some excitement, and he said, okay, let me play the game with my left hand.
I couldn't even picture playing with my left hand.
Such a player. The ultimate destruction mentally. Yeah. Unbelievable game 2, 1981 NBA Finals against the Houston Rockets. Larry was playing out of his mind again. You could easily make a top 100 plays of Larry Bird video.
Most definitely.
Which is an idea for, yeah, that's an idea. I will do that at some point. What a play. What a play. Nice pass. Court awareness. Also something. Basketball IQ and court awareness. Nobody beats Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Magic. They're in their own category. Yeah. One of his biggest rivals, Dominique Wilkins. Super interesting. On Audible, you will find an audiobook from Larry Bird's.
Oh.
Yeah, Larry Bird's biography or something like that, and he talks about Dominique Wilkins. And back in the days, he didn't have too much respect for Dominique Wilkins because he thought that Dominique was always too focused on himself instead of his team. Interesting, you should read it.
Like most players.
Yeah, in Magic Johnson's face. This play haunted Magic. 1984 Finals, yeah. Number one, okay, what you got for me? What is your number one play? Oh, that's a steal by Bird to DJ.
I love hearing Isaiah Thomas talk about that play.
Unbelievable. Taking the ball away from Isaiah Thomas, then have the presence of mind to pass on the last second to Dennis Johnson. Unbelievable. And that's the thing with Larry Bird. That's the thing with Larry Bird. It's the game is not over until it's over. You gotta.
Well, for the most part, that like that video is it. You know, I know I did a lot of talking and pausing, so I didn't want to extend it and make it too long. But shout out to my man Sean David once again. And Sean David made a lot of good points in terms of why a lot of us are saying that Larry Bird deserves to be in that top category as the greatest of all time. You got a lot of people who don't feel like that, but like I always say too, that's people who don't know nothing about Larry Bird or even old school basketball, period. You know what I mean? But if you guys did enjoy this video, man, do me a big favor, man. Smash that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. And when you subscribe, make sure that my notification bell is on. Because like I tell y'all every single outro, like the GOAT Drizzy Drake say, I'm coming back to back with these videos, man. I'll see y'all in the next video.